Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and tonight we're going to talk about combiners because that's the thing. That's what's cool right now. I've decided to pull out all of my combiners and just make a video about what combiner wars did good, the bad, and the ugly. But let's start off right here. Right here, you see these are my very first combiners. My very first. These are I want to say over 35 years old, probably. At least. And this is what started it. If you grew up watching G1, you remember seeing Devastator, you remember being in awe. Fast forward to being a grown man, Hasbro decides to come out with Predaking. I never had a Predaking, even as a child, and this one, I love it. I do. In Predaking form. The robots suffer, the animal modes suffer because they have this giant black brick attached to every single one of them. But it was the first one to kind of use an exosuit. Let's move Optimus out of the way. So once I had that one and all my other combiners were small, I decided I'm going to go with a third party. And I'm going to get a KO with Bruticus because Bruticus is my other favorite combiner. So I bought this one. Loved it. And then I realized that the knockoff that I got was a knockoff of the actual knockoff. So if you can find one, just make sure you get the real one. He is fun to play with. He's best to stay in Bruticus form. The separate robots look great, but standing after a couple months is horrible. Now, do you remember these Power Core combiners? It was where 4 drones attached to one robot. Yeah, those were awesome. That was like in 2005-ish, something like that. And then today I get Demon Knight. Wow. Now, this is where Combiner Wars would have shined because these are just Combiner Wars toys, but oversized, heavy ratchets, heavy everything. This is, I made a video called The Best KO of a KO. Well, this is actually the best KO of a KO. It all started when I got this one because I wanted an oversized, stylized Devastator. And then, once I ordered him, and he's fun, whatever. As long as you get him to stand, he stands well. You can pose him. I've made stop motions with him. And then I ordered Superion. Had I known that Zeta Toys, or I think he said Zeta Toys, made an oversized Superion, I probably would have ordered that instead of this one just to keep it scale across the board. But I'm happy with this one. That is one Combiner Wars toy I do like. I'm not necessarily concerned with screen accurate. My thing was just to complete my collection. Pardon the camera. So then, I'm looking at Superion and I love him. He's great. And for size comparison, here's Optimus, 86 Optimus with KO Devastator and KO Demon Knight. So, fun fact, I did not realize that the rescue bots, which the little city you see in the background, I found that for $3 and bought it for my son and then realized I liked it for stop motions. But Rescue Bots is actually today's Protective Bots. So, but anyway, when Combiner Wars had came out, okay, yeah, and there's Victorion back there. When Combiner Wars came out, my wife bought me Menasor for Christmas. Loved G2 Menasor, this toy. Wasn't expecting the G2 version of it. And once I put it together, I just stared at it in awe. I made my first couple stop motions with it. And he was wonderful, but then he started not standing well. The joints got loose. They tried. I would say the Menasor mold was not the best. Now the Bruticus mold in Combiner Wars was fun. Now this is what I think Combiner Wars did that was fun. The fact that you could put any limb on anybody anywhere. The whole Scramble City nod. Any arm, anybody can be an arm, anybody can be a leg. That was amazing. But then we got this. Then we got Legacy Menasor. This changed the game. You could throw this and he will still be in the same position. So at the end of the day, look at this. Look at this. Now, mind you, these toys are old. Now, who's to say that Menasor won't do that in a few years? I doubt it. But this one, look at him. I'm lucky if I get this to stand back up once I set it back down. Yeah, what y'all don't know is that he's resting against Devastator and the gun of Superion. So then even this one, the oversized ones, they look good. They're fun for stop motions if you're doing something 1 second at a time with them. But just like posing, no, come in my office, come in my studio and slam the door. See what happens. Like this guy, I gotta lean him up against the wall, but I have a combiner shelf that I keep these guys on. But He's gorgeous. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And I always think that it's me. I always think that there's something in the instructions that I miss. I'm glad I said that. That reminded me, because y'all know I don't do scripts. I don't write this down. I freestyle to y'all. Shout out to AliExpress for sending me Demon Knight so fast. I love the fact that y'all packaged everything the way you did. Any knockoff that I've gotten, usually I get the box. Well, with AliExpress, I didn't get the box. I did get this giant, gorgeous toy that does have a super base mode. The guns even transform. It's ridiculous. I'll do a review on it later on this week. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, but not today. So, but size comparison. Look at Titans Return Wreck-Gar to Streetwise Groove. Yeah. Look at the size. And like, even on camera, it doesn't do any justice. But here, let me grab where I snatched that arm off from. And which is what I was saying, back to my point. Combiner Wars is fun because you could take anybody and put them on anybody. Look at the size of this thing. He is actually, like, now sitting here looking at it, he's taller than Predaking. I haven't stood him next to a Titan because I've literally had him for 4 hours, 5 hours. And like I said, I put him directly into combined mode. And this is what made me go, you know what? Combiner Wars wasn't so bad. But Combiner Wars didn't have this. Articulated fingers down to the tips. You can see the veins in his arm. You know what I mean? Like, the gun transforms. It has a city mode that pays homage to the original Hotspot that had a base mode. Again, I will stand him next to a Titan and take a picture. Well, he is next to a Titan. Never mind. Predaking right there, who was the shortest, but still. He's a little bit taller than him, and I've got him in like a stance because, shout out to Skylynx, because he is a combiner too. People always leave Skylynx out. He's still a combiner. He's a chicken and, a cougar. Lynx. Yeah, minx, whatever. So, let's scoot on down here. Let's look one more time. Predaking, Bruticus, Defensor, a.k.a. Demon Knight, Devastator, Superion, Menasor, Devastator, Jetfire in the back chilling, and then this. This is why the exosuit, the skeleton, is necessary for Superion. Why he's necessary for Bruticus. Look at this part right here. You see what I did? That took 3 seconds. I leaned over, moved to like tilt him to the side. He's still standing. I can't do that with any of these other ones. Well, I might with Demon Knight. I haven't tried it yet. Now, real quick, shout out to the motorcycle combiners, the girls from the Revenge of the Fallen movie. I love y'all, meaning y'all that's watching this video, but I'm not going through that right now. I'm sick. I don't feel like doing it. Nor am I going to combine this, the Revenge of the Fallen, but I do have it. It's just a pain, and it wouldn't fit in here. And like, I'm sure my wife is probably watching this video going, if you can't fit these combiners in there, how you plan on fitting a 4-foot Metroplex? We'll figure it out. I've heard the rumors about it, that the Metroplex cannot be left in robot mode. I'll figure that out. I'll put new screws on it. But anyway, when you do order from AliExpress, it's going to get caught up in customs because it looks like they're sending you bricks of cocaine. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime.